What is up, everyone? Happy Tuesday, and welcome back to another edition of 360 Sports. Today we are talking all things basketball. I have Derek, Antonio, Alex, and myself, Kylie, here with you, and we're going to start off with our headlines. So we're going to start off with Milwaukee. They are preparing to start their first round series against the Pacers without Giannis. So I want to know, do the Bucks stand a chance in Game 1 without him? Derek, I'm going to start with you.
Oh, okay. Before we start, can we give a hats off the graphics for the crying Damian Lillard? Like that.
I like it.
Why not talk about
man
the
just
crying
misses
dog?
his family.
He shouldn't be
That's
crying.
all he does.
I mean, actually, all he does is cry.
The man just misses his family. Anyway, the question was, are they going to make it out the first round? Or
Do
are they going to
you think they stand a chance in Game 1 without him?
Yeah. Dame's going to have to put up 30 shots, but that's nothing new. He's just back in Portland.
No.
He's just back in Portland.
Dude, come on.
I think
They have a chance to win.
You
Their
know who
of
the
course
head
they have a
coach is,
chance
right?
to win.
He's
Any
back in
team has a
You know who the
chance
head
to
coach
win.
is?
The coach doesn't play. I
The
know their
coach-
coaches, but their coach doesn't play.
I'm telling you, when it's crunch time, Game 7, when they need to actually win and drop a play to win.
That wasn't a question. Wasn't a question, Antonio.
But
That wasn't a question.
The
question was, ladies and gentlemen, Game 1, do they have a chance of winning? They have no chance of winning. So you put your life savings on the Pacers right now to win Game 1.
Yes,
You're
because
nuts.
who's going to guard
You're
Pascal?
nuts. Okay,
Who's
okay,
guarding
okay.
Pascal?
Guys, let me ask.
Pascal Siakam.
Yes.
Oh my God. Here we go.
Guys.
That's what I'm saying.
Guys. So, like, I'm going to have my own take on this, but, like, percentage-wise, what do you think their chances are?
Realistically?
Do you think it's actually zero? Do you think it's actually zero for them to win?
No, like
No.
32%.
35, 40% chance.
Exactly. That's where I put
35 to 45.
Here's my thing. As an avid Sixers fan, that also makes me an avid Doc Rivers hater. So that means I give him a 10% chance. Now, why is that? Because I got to say, Damian Lillard is kind of washed. If you've looked at it, he's had the second worst numbers of his career. He's incredibly inefficient. And honestly, he might shoot them out of the game. And without Giannis, their defense is just Swiss cheese. They're going to need to shoot the crap out of the ball if they really want to get it. Because, like, they have Malik Beasley, they have Chris Middleton, they have Damian Lillard, they have guys that can shoot the three ball. But the thing is that if they can't shoot the three ball, that's the only way they're going to win. They're not going to lock it down, and they're not going to go inside. I know they have Brook Lopez, but, like, he's also their only solid defender since they traded Jrue Holiday last offseason. And honestly, Doc Rivers is also as much as I dislike him and I have a disdain for him, he's pretty good at coaching when he's down a couple guys. But I really don't think they can handle Tyrese Halliburton, Pascal Siakam, or the size of Miles Turner as well. I just don't think they have the personnel for it. And the Pacers' offense is just
Pascal
ridiculous.
Siakam.
I'll say the one saving grace is that also the Pacers are another team that live and die by 3.
True.
So both teams are going
I
to
know,
go into
they
this
still
game
have
living
more
and die by
size.
the 3. Whoever can make their shots is going to win, obviously.
The Bucks will almost, when they're fully healthy, they have more size than any other team. They have Brook Lopez and Giannis. There's no better defensive duo in the paint.
They could get a crazy Bobby Portis game. You know, like every now and then, every eclipse, he likes to go for
Playoff
30.
Bobby can show up.
They
or
get a crazy
not.
Bobby Portis game. I still think they have a chance. That's the main point.
I mean,
saying no chance.
Also, when you think about it, it's Game 1.
It is
Exactly.
Game 1.
It's not the end of the world yet.
Exactly.
I know. It's just I just don't like what I've seen from them. Like Doc
That's
Rivers
fair.
has a losing record ever
That's
since he's
true.
been a coach.
They
lost,
shouldn't have
like,
fired Griffin.
they've
13-13
lost,
is
like-
not
No,
a
they
fireable
shouldn't have.
offense. It's
They've
not a
lost
fireable
a
offense.
ton of games as of late.
It's true.
And honestly, when it's the playoffs, it's about who's playing better than. Like, look at the Miami Heat last year. I mean, obviously not the greatest comparison, but, like, they got hot at the right time, and the Pacers are hot right now. They just scored 150 points last game. I get it was
They do
Atlanta
play
Hawks.
no defense,
I
though.
get that. Yes, exactly. But, like, again, you don't accidentally score 150 points. Like, they're legit.
You're right.
Okay. All right. And our next headline is the Thunder coach, Mark Daigneault, won the Coach Association's Coach of the Year. So this is not the official award, but he'll probably win that too.
He'll win it.
What do you guys think about this?
Deserved.
I'm going to say kind of deserve, kind of not. I mean,
Who
we
would
all-
you give it to instead?
Great
Okay,
question.
here's the thing. I know it's all about winning and record-wise, but if you want to talk about, like, bringing a team from nothing to something, shout out to my man Wells, but Orlando Magic, Jamal Mosley. I'm so serious. That team was 22-62 years ago, and look where they are right now. No one thought they'd be a top 4 seed, top 5 seed like that. And where they are, kind of Coach of the Year worthy. It's almost like the Tom Thibodeau effect of 2 years ago when he won the Coach of the Year.
I agree with that take.
Rebuttal.
Yeah, I have a rebuttal. I think we're going to have the same points here.
Okay. I'll let
Do
you.
you
I'll let
realize
pick it
what
up.
conference the
Oh, no.
OKC Thunder are playing in?
I
They got
agree.
the number 1 seed above the Timberwolves and the Nuggets.
But let's be real here. Last year, they probably would have been in the same contention had Chet Holmgren never got hurt.
Who's the second youngest team in
Oh
the NBA?
no! Oh no! Don't
Whoa,
rebuttal.
whoa,
Oh
whoa.
no!
You-
Oh no!
You want to talk about their,
Oh,
how
no.
young they are?
Oh no! Chet Holmgren, as a rookie, was going to propel them to the first seed.
It would have helped. Don't even act like.
All right.
That's not what I said.
Technically, it's still his rookie year right now. It's still his rookie year right now.
Propelled him to the first seed last year.
I mean, right now it's his rookie year, so yes.
That's
Rookie
crazy.
of the year.
That's
is
crazy.
Victor Wembanyama.
Also,
Oh yeah, obviously, but like,
also, 2 other rebuttals. So your whole point was bringing them for nothing. You could say the same thing about Mark,
but there was expectations behind this.
Jason
team.
Kidd.
I'll give you that.
It's the same narrative.
I'll give you that.
But none of them are first. None of them have the second best record in the NBA. So because they
In
have
a
the second
better
best record in the
conference.
NBA, in a better conference, as my man Alex said, he deserves to win. Too bad they're losing in the first round unless they play the Kings. But
Really?
well deserved. Oh yeah.
I think SGA is like that.
Oh, no.
I think he's. I
Oh,
think
no.
he's gonna. Okay, he's
Oh,
gonna.
no.
You know what I'm feeling from SGA? A 2014 Paul George run. That's what I kind of think.
I can't.
He's really like that.
See, and
I
this
can't
is-
see
this is
that.
what's
Did you
wrong.
watch his playing games last
This
year?
is what's wrong.
The problem is
What
the deeper
happened
you go in
after
the
the
playoffs.
playing games?
The deeper you go off in the playoffs,
He didn't even
experience
make the
shows.
play. I'm just saying he had a bad team. There's a reason he's top 3 in MVP voting. He's like
I
that.
respect that.
I
You
don't
can
get me
debate
started-
top 3. You can
don't-
debate
yeah,
top 3. Top 4 for sure.
Yeah.
Cemented top 4. But
Literally the NBA.com's MVP ladder, top 3.
I can't even get behind
because Brunson and SGA, they like to, you know what I'm
I
saying?
can't
It's
get
a
behind
little-
the NBA's MVP voting.
He's
though.
gonna finish top 3 in MVP voting.
You're probably right. I'm not gonna. You're probably right. Jokic got it though.
Yeah,
Pretty
he's got
easy.
it. He's got
Pretty
it
easy.
easily.
Pretty-
No,
pretty
he's got
easily.
it.
Pretty easily.
All right, and moving on to our next segment, we have play-in preview. So we have some awesome play-in games. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts on the Western Conference games tonight. We're going to start off with LeBron James and the Lakers versus Zion Williamson and the Pelicans. Who wins and why? Derek?
All right. I'm gonna be honest. The Lakers are gonna win.
Yep.
I'd rather it that way. Still sad because we could have easily just got the 6th seed if we took care of business on Sunday. But it's just a bad matchup. First of all, I don't know what LeBron has said to Zion, but he's scared of him. I don't know what he said to him. I don't know when it was said. I don't know how it was said. But he just doesn't attack LeBron. I don't know what it is. Anybody else could be in front of him, he will attack them. He attacked Draymond the night or 2 nights before. If it's LeBron, he won't do it. I don't know what it is. So for that reason alone, we're probably going to lose. Along with Anthony Davis should play, could play. I don't know. The line has been switching, so I don't know if he's going to play. But I just think it's a bad matchup. They push the paint, they push the pace, and we're just too small. Zion doesn't want to rebound yet. I think that's the next step in his game. He doesn't want to rebound yet. Valanciunas can't hold a candle to AD. That's 30 and 15 every single game. There's just nothing we could do to stop them,
It's
honestly.
a perfect analysis. That's exactly what I'm thinking. That's perfect.
There's nothing we could do to
and
stop them. I'm just going to be honest.
Another point is with your Zion thing, Zion's the only person who can defend LeBron James.
Yeah.
And he can't defend yet. And even though he's got the size, he has the athleticism, he just doesn't know how to do it. He just doesn't have the smart for it.
But you know what's funny about that? You can go to, I think it was 2 games before, he was locking up everybody on that Suns team. He had like 5 blocks and 2 steals. And then the game after that, he had 5 steals against the Warriors. And then LeBron comes to town and he acts like he can't play. I don't know what it is. I genuinely think he's scared of him. I don't know what it is, what he said to him, but it's kind of concerning.
Yeah, but I think the most impressive thing is that whenever LeBron James breaks his own record, it's pretty crazy. He's 40 years old. When he played the Pelicans the other night, he set his career high for assists in 1 half. There was something about that Pelicans defense that LeBron just can pick apart with ease. And they have just had their number all year. And I get that the Pelicans have home court, but like, it's really the Lakers have the more experience. They have the better players. They have the best 2 players on the court, in my opinion. So
I want to flip it to Antonio, but I think it's because they're so small that if we try to, I'm not a member of the organization, nor am I a member of the team. If they try to collapse the paint, it's an easy 3. It's an easy corner 3 for anybody.
Yeah.
And he has vision, so he could hit that pass from the block, the free throw line, the elbow, the corner 3, anywhere. He could throw that pass. So
now the Pelicans, again, I want to flip it to Antonio. The only way Pelicans win, shut down the paint. That's the only way they win.
Correct.
I mean, I honestly, I like arguing you. I can't argue you today. I mean, I don't want to root for the Lakers at all. But the problem is, like, there's so many ways you can go about it. Go zone, because the Lakers aren't the best shooting team per se. But even then, though, you have someone like LeBron who could break down a zone with ease. So honestly, I hate to say it, but it is the Lakers to win it. And like, it's for them to lose right
This
now.
is their game. Like,
This is
they're
their
going to
game.
win this.
Basketball's
I like that way to put it.
Basketball's all about matchups and like who really has the best player on the court.
It's
and
the worst
smartest player.
possible matchup for the
It's
Pelicans.
literally
Terrible.
The only obviously Denver, but I'm not scared of anybody else matchup wise besides the Lakers. They just they're every game it just feels like they beat us.
Yeah.
Even when we win.
I think it's just an age thing, like you guys said here. You know, you have a team that has the experience and you have a team That's still figuring some kinks out. So we will see how that game plays out. But we also want to touch on the Warriors versus the Kings. I know we were talking about this a little bit before the show, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts as far as this game goes tonight.
Derek, please. I need
Take
you.
it. Take it first. I'm gonna go
No,
last.
no,
I'm gonna go
you
last.
You cook.
I'm gonna go last.
All right.
I'm gonna go last.
Derek's got actually like my pick. I'm going with the Warriors. I think
Comment.
experience right here is, like, again, experience is really big. Just look at last year, what happened with the Kings. I mean, Steph Curry, I can't bet against Steph Curry. He's quite literally the best three-point shooter of all time.
Mhm.
That team has unbelievable chemistry. Draymond Green, much as I don't like Draymond Green, he's kind of a cornerstone. He's that glue guy for that team, and he sets some of the best screens and knows how to run that offense. He's really, honestly, like, not a full point guard, but he's honestly, he's a point forward because he really does set up a lot of the plays, and the post splits that the Warriors run is unbelievable.
Steph Curry is not Steph Curry greatest shooter of all time without Draymond Green.
Oh, I can't say that completely.
I think
because
so.
The jump shot is actually smooth.
Well,
I don't
I'm
know
sure
about
he's the
that.
greatest shooter. I mean, like numbers wise, like
I think Draymond helps him a lot, but I think if you put, oh man, as much as I dislike him, if you put Domantas Sabonis in the same type of role, I think you're looking at
he's a pretty good passer.
basically the same
Sabonis
results.
is a great passer.
Even Kuminga, not this Kuminga. I think if Kuminga takes just a slightly
Not
more,
this Kuminga.
one more step, I think it's the same thing.
And here's another thing. Klay Thompson's actually starting to figure it out right now at the right time.
Shaky.
It is shaky.
He's
but
very shaky.
You ride and die with your shooters. You have to.
Talk to me, Alex.
Yeah, it's just the Kings are way too banged up. They don't have Malik Monk, man. Like if you watch the playoffs last year, there's no chance that series goes to 7 without Malik Monk making some crazy shots. And in the playoffs, you need guys who are going to just create offense. Like you need a guy like Malik Monk who's going to be an energizer bunny off the bench, basically. He could do everything scoring the ball wise. And the Kings aren't exactly known for their defense, so they're going to have to outscore you. And without a Malik Monk and without their team's not at full health, and Kevin Huerter is just not the same player he was last year. And like
I think he's
obviously
been
these guys aren't the same. Like these guys aren't the stars, right? Sabonis and Fox are the stars.
Not
But, like,
Sabonis. I'm sorry. I can't do
Sabonis?
it.
Come on,
I
man.
can't do it. He's
Come
all
on.
right. I'm not
Come
gonna.
on.
I'm not gonna
Sabonis is
OD.
an all-star.
I'm not gonna OD. He's a star. I'm not
He's
gonna.
a star.
He's a star. He's a star.
I'm happy you brought up defense
Been a
because
star.
honestly, playoffs show teams that ride and die by trying to outscore more than you never pan out.
Who's
True.
going to lock you down on the Kings? Who?
Fox.
Davian
That's
Mitchell.
about it.
Right.
Davian Mitchell,
He's off the bench though.
he is off the bench.
I feel like
Look,
every team,
Keegan-
minus the
Keegan
Lakers.
Murray-
Oh no,
Keegan Murray, is he healthy?
AD.
Is Keegan Murray healthy?
yeah, but
Yeah,
he's
but
not
he's
guarding
not
the
a.
guard.
He's not a defender.
You need a
like,
defender
he's
that can
not a-
guard guards.
Yeah, and they're just small. They're just
The
small.
Lakers don't have one.
The
but they have AD.
Sabonis
so-
is small for a center. He plays more like a forward.
but he's 7 feet.
He's 7 feet, but he plays small.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I watch him.
Yeah.
I know. I watch him.
Come
all
on,
the time.
don't give him
I
any
know.
fuel to the fire.
I know. You don't have to tell me.
Yeah.
If he makes the All NBA first second team, is rigged.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yo, come on.
It's rigged. There's no way. There's absolutely no way.
Yeah, I just think it's just they have the two best. They have the not two best players. They have one of the best players in the world.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be the factor. I think you're going to see a Curry. I think here's my bold prediction. He's going to score 40.
I can see a Curry masterclass.
I could see it. I could see a Curry masterclass, but I feel like because everybody's thinking it's going to happen, it's not.
Yeah.
I could see a Clay masterclass because nobody's expecting it. But I'm also going to take the Warriors. I think we all knew this, knowing me, knowing my track history with the Kings and Domantas Sabonis specifically. Why would I bet? Why would I bet with him? Why would I put my money on Domantas Sabonis? Somebody explain it to me.
No.
Thank you. So it's not. It's never going to happen.
Nobody's looking at their parlay and going, "Man, I really want Sabonis tonight."
It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. I'd be shocked if he gets over 16 points tonight.
Oh, stop.
I
Come
said
on.
15 earlier. I'm
Let's
going to bump it up
pump the
one.
brakes
Stop.
there a little bit.
Pump the brake.
I'm going to go
Pump the
16.
brakes.
I'd be shocked
He's
if he gets
gonna
over
get
16 on
He'll
Draymond.
go win 16 points.
Okay, we'll see.
And also, wait,
I'd be shocked.
it's a Kings home game, right?
Yep.
I think that's a
No, it's
huge-
not.
I thought it
No,
is.
it's not.
Is it not?
I think they're in the Bay.
Hold on. No, it's Kings home. Kings are at
Oh,
home.
yeah. They have
Okay.
a head-to-head.
That's
Okay.
a big factor. Their
That's a
home
huge-
crowd
Yeah,
is
I'm
a
not
big
saying
factor.
okay, my mistake. I'm sorry.
No, the home factor for the Kings doesn't matter for a lot of teams. For the Kings specifically, that place is going to be loud.
And you know what's funny? The Warriors are a better road team than they are.
Yeah,
home.
They are.
that's what I was
Yeah.
So
gonna
it's very
say.
interesting,
All right,
Road
moving.
Warriors.
right?
Yeah, literally.
Moving on, we have some first round fireworks.
Nice.
So we are all going to talk about our favorite first round series and why it's our favorite, and give a prediction on who we think is going to win. Derek, you are up
Am I
first.
All right. I think mine is. I don't know. I don't want to say. I don't know. I'll let you guys form your opinions on it. So I have two basically. Thanks to Wellesley, great guy. Boston here, shaky. I'm not all in. I don't even think I'm 50% in. I think they're losing in the first round if they play them. If they play them, I think they have the Sixers number. So I'm going to go Boston in 6 or 7. Depending on Embiid. I've never seen a healthy Embiid in the playoffs. Have you guys?
No,
Thank you.
and I was
In the
going to
first
bring
round.
Why are you saying thank you? It's never going to happen. That's my whole point. It's never going to happen. So I don't know what we're going to get from Embiid. I truly don't. But if he's on the court and he's semi-healthy, 6 to 7 games. I'm not going to count him out in 5. I'm going to go 6 to 7 games. I think the Celtics will beat him. But I think Jimmy's got their number. And I would love to see it because I know Jimmy, I think he really likes playing the Celtics more than any other team besides the Sixers because he feels that he's actually better than Jason Tatum. And I'm willing to have that conversation, honestly. Playoff Jimmy, not Jimmy on a regular basis.
Yeah,
Jimmy
yeah.
Not
Butler.
Jimmy on a regular basis because that's not Jimmy Butler.
Playoff
Jimmy is the actual Jimmy Butler. But I'm willing to have a conversation that he's better than Tatum. That's just me personally.
Here's my thing. Imagine Jimmy Butler, replace Jason Tatum with Jimmy Butler on that Celtics team. You think they're better or worse?
I think they're better.
Better.
Exactly.
Okay. I think they're worse in the regular season. So what they go this year? 62 and something?
Something,
60?
yeah.
Yeah, but who cares?
They might
Playoffs.
win 58 games, 55 games, be the 1 or 2 seed, but I think they're going to the finals undisputed.
Yeah.
Undisputed if you gave Jimmy Butler that team. I think it's very free.
I agree.
I like
I
that
think
one
that's
just
the difference
because
in
we've been
those two.
talking about lately, the whole playoff Jimmy thing and how that's affected them. And I think the Sixers Heat game,
Bam is good.
depending on Embiid, is going to be a good game.
Jimmy
Exactly.
Butler's going off though.
Exactly.
He has a vendetta against the Sixers.
You want a hot take?
That's
You
what
want
I'm
a really
saying.
hot take?
Talk to me.
I think it's more dependent on Maxey than it is Embiid.
No.
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 I'm
No.
It's a
pretty
hot
sure.
take. I'm a Sixers fan, and I do agree. I just think you're going to get 80% of Joel Embiid no matter what, but you're going to have to get 100%. Like, you can win with 80% of Embiid. You need 100% of Maxey.
I don't think you can.
No.
I don't think
In
you
the
can.
first round, yeah.
So I'm sorry, but what do you think Embiid has been over the past couple playoffs? What percentage, I'm saying, would you say?
When he's healthy,
He's not even healthy.
But he's
Yeah,
not
but-
healthy. That's
He
my
already
whole
tweaked his
point.
knee.
You're saying 80%, so I'm thinking not a healthy, like 80% of Embiid.
I'm saying, Matt, guys, Max is going to show you, like, he's like that. Like, I really do think so.
We'll
Okay.
see. We'll see how it goes. All right, Antonio, you are up next.
All right. No one thought about this. I'm not gonna lie, but
Interesting.
Suns and the Timberwolves. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Rudy Gobert. I'm gonna be real. He's yet to prove anything to me. Hasn't gone past the first round. With how many times he's been the 1 seed when he's at the Jazz? I think.
they made it past the first round.
Hmm?
They made
I
it
think
past
they
the
made
first
it
round.
past there once.
Yeah, but come on. Like, let's really.
The Jazz or the Thunder? I never even thought about that. Keep going. I'm sorry.
But let's really. Timberwolves. They just haven't shown anything. They don't have a lot of experience in the playoffs. Anthony Edwards. He's on the uprise. I'll say that. He's definitely getting a lot better. But that Suns team, they're starting to play a lot better right now at the end of the year. And they have some great experience. I mean, Kevin Durant, come on. He's the best scorer of all time. I can't bet against Kevin Durant. Devin Booker in the playoffs, especially first round, when games.
the best score of all time is crazy.
That's
We'll
that,
talk
that
about
is,
that
that is
another day.
absolutely
But
wild.
Devin
That's a
Booker
bad statement.
come on. Devin Booker
You
in
can
the
make the
playoffs
debate,
is
but no.
different. I mean, he's had many games where he's had players out and he's had to perform, and he does shine when he needs to. I'll say this before Derek even tries to come at me: the finals against the Bucks, he kind of fell asleep.
Thank
But I'm taking the Suns.
Has
I
he
think
never had 60?
Frank Vogel's also. He did do well with the Lakers, but I actually do respect his coaching a little bit. So give me the Suns. I'm so
All right.
serious.
With or without Cat? That's
Both.
my only question.
Both. I'm serious.
Interesting. I mean, I'll see it. I don't know. A lot of people are big Devin Booker guys. That's just not me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just
I
not
feel like
me.
he's really kind of fallen back as far as this year goes.
I don't even know if he's falling back. He is what he is. Like those
Yeah.
players, you could say, okay, they're gonna take another step. Okay, I don't think he could be a 1 on a championship team.
Yeah.
He's not
Good
a one,
thing
but
he's a
now
2.
he's a one.
I'm about to say, good thing he's a 2. But
Let's be real here. The year
I
that
don't
they
know.
lost the finals, he had to be the one.
and that's why
And
they
look-
didn't win.
Yeah. And now he has Kevin Durant.
Okay, I think it's interesting. I can see them winning, so I'm not mad at it, honestly.
So hung up on that best scorer of all time.
Yeah, that's just
He's
not
literally
true.
Never had
That's
a
just not
60-point
true.
game.
That's just not
Can you
true.
think of a greatest scorer of all
That's just not
Can
true.
you tell me though someone that's of his size, of his height, has blown it out his Achilles and still scores it that way?
I just know that he's
You
just
want
not
me
the best scorer
to?
ever.
You want me to include my
That's not
filter
true.
with somebody who's torn their Achilles?
You can take that out too. He's still the best scorer.
Jordan.
All right. I don't know how none of you take this. I thought this was going to be already taken. I got the Mavs and the Clippers.
I thought it was too free.
Now, out of any of the series, I think this one has the most star power. You got Luka and Kyrie, and you got Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and James Harden. Now, I'm extremely low on James Harden because he's still not proven that he can make it happen in the playoffs consistently.
Whoa.
I said keyword is consistently. He's had some big games, but consistently he falters too many times for me to be very confident in him. And when it comes to Luka Doncic, this guy has proven that he is the man in the playoffs. The problem is he's just never had a good enough supporting cast.
Okay.
And I think Kyrie can be that guy because he's also proven he is playoff ready. It is the other guys and it is the coach that I kind of have a problem with. Now, I think this series is going 7 easily, but I'm going to take it's more of a defensive thing for me. And I'm going to have to go with the Clippers here. Honestly, all it takes is a couple Luka performances that just like are utterly ridiculous to do. No player on the Clippers can do what Luka can do in the playoffs. Like Luka's easily the best player, but I think the next
Playoff Kawhi.
Kawhi is it to play the
Kawhi.
playoffs.
I don't know what
When's
that
the
looks
last
like.
time you had like a really good game in the
Kawhi's
playoffs?
ready.
Game 1 versus Suns. He's sending them home in 5. I'm standing on that.
Kawhi's
He's
already
sending them
having
home in
issues.
5.
Wait, you think the series is
Kawhi's
over
already
in
having knee
5?
issues.
No, I'm saying last year, healthy Kawhi sending the Suns home in 5 games. Max.
Maybe.
I get behind that.
Max. 40 ball and locked up Kevin Durant in
I
game
just
1
haven't seen
on,
it.
on a bad knee. Stop.
I just haven't seen it since.
Fair.
I just haven't seen it. If he has one of those games in like one of the first 3 games, I'm calling it. It's going to go a lot earlier. I just think the Clippers have more depth and defense and the better coach, even though the Mavs have the best player. And sometimes that's all that matters. So I'm taking the Clippers in 7. It's going to be a great series.
I like it. I think it's gonna be a great
Yeah.
series too. I like it. I like
All
it. a lot.
right, and moving on, I have the last pick before we move on to our next segment. So I am going with number 4, the Cavs against the number 5 Orlando Magic.
Great pick.
I, being an athlete in high school, playing these close seeded games have always been my favorite games to watch because it actually makes it exciting to watch, and a good game is going to be put up no matter what. Being a Palo fan, being a Duke fan, of course, I'm going to go with the Magic. The Cavs have also had some spotty losses the past couple of days, and I just think, like we talked about earlier, the Orlando Magic it's taken them a while to get here, but now that they are here, I think this is their time to do whatever they have to do to get past this first round. I know you do have Donovan Mitchell, but I just think, personally, I'm going with the Magic for this based off of my love for Paolo Banchero. But yeah, I'm really excited to see this one. I knew Wellesley would love this one, so that is my pick.
I like it.
like
I have
it.
one question. How many games?
I might go with 6 or 7.
Okay.
I'll
As
take
long
6.
as I didn't hear 5, I think I'm okay
No,
with
it's
that.
definitely not going to
I
be
think I'm-
5
as long as I don't hear
because
5, I
this
think
is
I'm
that
okay with
4 or 5 seed. Like
Okay.
this is going to be a good battle
All right.
as far as I'm concerned.
Here's my number 1 take on this. This entire series is going to be decided on the play of Donovan Mitchell. Like the entire series.
I like it.
Just offensively or defensively?
Both.
Offensively.
His
Like we've
defensive-
seen how he can shoot his team in and out of playoff games.
And
I mean, look at his series in the bubble. Look at 2021. This guy can go off for 45 a game when he's on in the playoffs. He could carry you, but like when he's off, he shoots you out of it. So I really think it's all dependent on that. I think the Magic stars are more steady, but
Yeah, I was gonna
Mitchell's
say.
still the best player in the series.
Okay, I like
I
it.
agree behind
Very
that.
good.
All right. And moving on, we have chip on the shoulder. So we have some more picks coming at you guys. So we're going to give you a player that we think has the most to prove this playoff series. Again, Derek, I'm going to start with you.
I like it. Okay, so first, Zion, honorable mention. The only reason that Zion Williamson is not one is because I like him. Okay, that's the only reason. That is the only reason. If he doesn't make the playoffs this year, I will be extremely disappointed. Extremely disappointed, especially if he goes out sad versus the Lakers tonight. Extremely disappointed. I think I'm having my friends over. They will clown me if he goes out sad. It will get nasty. It
I know
will get
how it
nasty.
is. Right, I feel you.
Now, Jason Tatum. I don't think he's a top 7 player in the NBA.
Cook.
I don't
Agreed.
think it's particularly
Agreed.
close. And if I'm really thinking hard about it, I might be able to push it to 9 or 10.
He's
That's
top-
just me.
easily the top 10.
That's
I
just me.
agree.
However, if we're going to consistently call Jason Tatum the guy, which many people have, and you have this amazing team, best starting 5 we've seen probably since those Warriors days, if you don't win a championship, you're sorry. I have nothing else to say. I truly don't. He has to get it done.
They're
Has to
clearly
get
the
it
best
done.
team.
Has to get it done. I've heard people tell me that he's better than Luka. I can't.
Really?
I can't even
No,
look at him straight
really?
anymore.
No.
I can't
He
even look at him
can't play
straight
make
anymore.
like in the same stratosphere.
I can't look at him straight anymore. I don't know. I don't understand it.
I think
I don't
he's-
understand the
yeah.
affinity.
The
with him, honestly.
playmaking makes Luka like 10 times the player he is.
I think that
you don't
he's
have to
just
tell
a
me.
very, very overhyped player.
I think so
agree.
too.
I think the Duke aura and the whole Kobe aura has made him so much.
He's
so
got to
overhyped.
stop
He has
texting
no
Kobe.
aura.
He has
He has
no
no
aura.
aura.
He has no aura. He has no
The
aura,
problem-
and he's got to
He's a
stop
baby
texting Kobe.
face.
He's got
He's
to
always
stop
got his
texting
I
chin
think
at
Kobe.
the
the-
court.
this is
Like,
like-
he doesn't scare me.
The NBA's been trying to force him to be the face of the NBA. for a
No,
long
I
time.
think that's what
they
it
have
is because he
fully-
doesn't have the.
He
A-word.
has the
Aura.
most outside endorsements in all of the NBA.
I just
If
don't
that
get it.
doesn't tell you they want him to be the face of the NBA, then you're just not paying
He has
attention.
more Subway sponsorships than finals wins, man.
I've seen Jimmy Butler outplay him multiple series.
All right, I like that. Moving on,
Multiple.
Antonio.
I got a good honorable mention.
Okay.
Here. I mean,
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
I went on the show.
Oh,
my man,
yeah.
my man's on the show.
That's
here,
what I
so
like to
I had to
see.
choose Sabonis, but realistically, it's more just.
Would you consider
annoying a
yourself-
little bit? But
a Sabonis hater or a criticist? Like
Criticist. Continue,
Okay.
Antonio.
Okay.
I mean, Sabonis, I think, has to prove a little bit just because, like Derek does say, like he does play like he's small. He does play like he's small. He's going up against Draymond. Draymond's not the fiercest competitor. I'm not gonna lie. So he has a little bit to prove tonight. And from last year, the Kings kind of have to make a step back, like a step forward, not a step back now. But up next, me being the Knicks fan, I have to be a little biased. Becky Hammond, I'll get in an argument with her. Can't tell me that this guy's not a 1A player. This guy is top 5 right now in MVP. Can't tell me different. He's a top 5 MVP vote right now.
Yeah, MVP.
And yeah, not final MVP. My fault. I almost said that. But Brunson right now has been putting a lot on his back. He's brought the Knicks to his 2 seats since the first time since Melo was there. It'd be kind of disappointing if he doesn't show up in the first round.
I think he will.
I think
he will, but the
will.
problem is this is like the first time I've ever seen the 2 seed have a terrible matchup for the first round.
I feel
I
like
just
Derek
feel like-
really wants to say something.
Let's-
Because I'm
What would-
interested. No, because if Jalen Brunson loses in the first or second or third, if he loses, let's just say he doesn't
narrative's
win a
gonna be
championship.
Crazy.
I don't think the narrative changes on him.
But a lot
I
of
don't
people-
either. I
a lot of
agree
That's
with
why
that.
I don't. That's why I don't
Is it because of
understand.
no
Because
Julius
I
Randle?
think he's proved so much
Julius
already.
Randle is terrible in the playoffs.
Absolutely
They're
horrible.
better without him. My personal
I
opinion.
agree.
you.
I agree.
My personal
I
opinion.
agree. I
But
agree.
I'm just saying he had a great year. He's
Yeah.
overachieved. If he goes out to somebody like the Sixers or the Heat, I don't think
This is-
anybody's looking at him as like, "Oh, you didn't do what you were
No,
supposed
I
to
agree.
do."
I
So-
agree.
This is my problem.
My only
There's
thing
a
is-
lot of people who still don't think he's like an MVP candidate. Like, come on.
Okay.
I think he's had a good
And
year.
the-
So
no, I don't think he's top 3. I don't think he's top 3.
He's top 4.
I don't think he's a top 5 player in the NBA, but I think he's going to finish top 5 in MVP because of injuries.
Oh, no, we'll get the injury part out. The Knicks aren't the 2
all
seed.
right,
Okay.
all right. Moving on, Alex. We have your pick.
Yeah, it's got to be SGA for me. I mean, he's like I said, he's going to finish top 5 in MVP voting, and maybe top 3. Top 3, he's going to finish top 3 in MVP voting, and this is his first actual playoffs appearance. Actually, let me scratch that. He was there in the bubble, but man, just haven't. We've only seen little flashes of it. But this guy is scoring 30 points a game. They're the number 1 seed, and he's the best player on the best team in the best conference. All the expectations, again, hasn't shown it yet because he just hasn't been there. And this guy's young. They're one of the youngest, with the second youngest team in the NBA, right? Like, he has to show that he's really like that, so they can. The OKC Thunder can say, "Hey, we're okay. We're going to go all in on this guy. He's the guy. He's going to be our guy. We're going to build around him," which I already think is the case. But like, if he shows out in the playoffs, I think you're seeing this guy be top 5 player in the entire league conversations. Like,
Whoa,
if he shows
whoa.
out in the playoffs, I really
All
do.
I'm saying is, I'm going to say Brunson's a free throw merchant as well, but so is SGA. No one talks about him. being
He's
a free
not
throw.
even top 5 in points without free throws. I looked it up.
Okay, but like free throws are points. Okay, if he can do that in the playoffs,
But
who cares if he wins?
those
Who cares
you're
how he
right,
gets the
you're right.
points?
Those
They don't
times
ask
the
how. They
calls
ask
don't
how
get
many.
The only thing I'll say is, I think I like that you have him on here because he does have a lot to prove, in my
He does.
personal opinion. But my only issue is when they lose, because it's not if. When they lose, everybody's going to give him a pass and they're going to say he's too young.
Yeah.
But all
Who are
I've
they
been
going to put the
hearing,
blame on? Who are they going to put the blame on?
That they're all young.
all I've been hearing is that they're too young.
Yeah, like-
so which one is it? We can't say it's disrespectful to not ask them to win, but then when they lose, say, "Oh, they were so young, it should have happened." I don't like it.
Yeah.
But I like that you put them up there. My personal.
How old is SGA?
20,
22, I want to say
He's
23.
22. Hold on.
maybe 21. He had a couple years on the
He's
Clippers. that won.
25.
Then
He's as old as Jason Tatum.
I can't
He's
get behind
old.
the whole.
Wow,
that
he's
He's
young.
as old as
Why, he's
Jason
really
Tatum,
old.
so
I'm sorry.
you can't make that excuse.
But a lot of people.
I'm telling you
the
what will
media's gonna make
happen.
that
I'm going to
excuse.
tell you what's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen, and I'm not going to stand for it.
I won't stand for it either because he's 25.
I watched John Morant do the same exact thing he's done for years and never get the same amount of praise. So I'm not standing for it, me personally.
Yeah, my guy played with Chris Paul on the Thunder. Like, this guy's been around a lot.
All right, and moving on quickly, I have my pick. So for this picks, I'm going with Joel Embiid. As a Sixers fan, obviously I want to see him come back. I think he has a lot to prove. This is kind of the same narrative that he runs every single year during the playoffs. Sources did say that he was at practice today, and as far as everyone knows, he will be playing
He's a full
against the Heat.
participant.
But, it's kind of the waiting game of what can this team do without him. Haven't really seen that happen. When he comes back, yes, he does well, but will it be able to make it past the Heat, and how well they do in the playoffs is where I'm standing right now. And then if they get to that point, how will they match up in their first round of playoffs as well?
I agree. I have an important stat. When Embiid and Maxey are on the court this year, they are 30-7.
It's great. Yeah.
30-7. They have a lot of expectations. Like, they're really hard to beat when they're both on.
I think the whole
But the biggest
Sixers
win.
franchise as a group, being in the city that they are in, they always have a lot to prove.
Mhm.
It's just how it is, especially when the two of them are together. It's them or it's no one for Philly fans.
When you've had the type of talent that Joel Embiid's had for the entirety of his career and never making it to the conference
Yeah.
finals, you are always going to get this.
I just have one question for all of you, simply yes or no, and then we can move on if you guys would
Mhm.
like. Is this the last year that we're giving him a pass?
Yes.
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 Okay,
Yes.
great.
Yes.
As long as we're all in agreement, great.
All I'm saying, this is going to hurt the Sixers. They don't have home court advantage at all.
No, and
They
yeah.
thrive playing at Wells Fargo. Thrive.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we will see how that plays out the rest of the week. And next, we have an announcement that Blake Griffin has announced his retirement today. So, what are quick thoughts on this? Do you think,
Not
where
a
do you-
deserving Hall of Famer, but
Okay.
he'll be one.
No chance. There's
I-
no chance he
Okay.
should make the Hall of
He
Fame.
shouldn't make the Hall of Fame. He didn't have
At
enough
all.
sustained success. Did he ever make the conference finals?
No.
No.
great career
Maybe once.
overall,
I
though.
don't think
So,
No, with the
congratulations.
Celtics.
Doesn't
That doesn't
count.
count.
That was
That does
fake.
not
Doesn't
count.
count. Continue. I'm sorry. Kyle.
Great career to him overall, and a congratulations on the retirement.
Congrats.
Congrats, Blake
Congrats.
Griffin.
No longevity.
No Hall of Fame though.
And last but not least, we would like to wish a huge happy birthday to our producer, Nick, who is sitting back there.
Hi, Nick.
Happy birthday. We hope you have the best day, and we're happy that you are here with us.
Happy birthday, Mr. Volpe.
Happy birthday, Mr. Director.
So
sir.
tomorrow we have our F1 show live at 5:50.
Yes.
Make sure to
Studs.
tune in. Throwing something different at you guys. We want everyone to tune in and watch this. And yeah, that is it for basketball today. We will see you guys tomorrow and next week for our last set of shows before the school year is over. For Derek,
exciting.
Antonio, Alex, I am Kylie, and we hope you guys have a great night.
Peace.